Linda Thompson stared at her phone screen, the words blurring through hot tears. "We need space from you. Please don't reach out anymore at all." The text from her son Ryan hit like a freight train. It was late Tuesday night in her cozy Denver suburb home. The kind with picket fences and neighbors who waved but never really knew you. Linda, 58, with her silver streaked hair and a laugh that used to fill rooms, felt her world crumble. Ryan was her only kid, 32 now, married to Emily with 2 little ones, Mia and Jack. They'd moved to Seattle 3 years back for Ryan's tech job at some startup. Linda had always been the doting mom, sending care packages, calling every Sunday, dropping by unannounced when she visited. But lately things soured. Emily had hinted at boundaries, but this was a full-on shutdown. She replayed the last visit in her mind. It was Christmas, and she critiqued Emily's turkey as a tad dry, then rearranged the nursery because babies need more light. Ryan had pulled her aside, saying, "Mom, you're overwhelming us." But Linda thought that's what moms did, love hard, fix things. Now, this text felt like betrayal. Pacing her living room, surrounded by framed photos of Ryan's Little League days and college graduation, Linda's chest ached. She'd raised him alone after his dad, Mark, bailed when Ryan was 5. Worked 2 jobs as a nurse to put him through school. Sacrificed dates, vacations, everything for him. And this was the thanks? Space? From her own flesh and blood. She tried calling, but it went straight to voicemail. Texted back, "Ryan, honey, what's wrong? Let's talk." No reply. Hours ticked by. By midnight, anger bubbled under the grief. How dare they cut her out? She wasn't some toxic monster. She was family. The next morning, Linda woke with puffy eyes but a spark of resolve. She wouldn't beg. Instead, she'd reflect. Maybe she'd been too much. But deep down, a seed of hurt planted itself, whispering of payback. Not vicious, but the kind that showed them what they lost. She signed up for a yoga class, something she'd always mocked. Baby steps to rebuild. But as days passed without a peep from Ryan, that seed grew. Linda started journaling her pain, turning sorrow into fuel. Little did she know, this space would spark her transformation and their regret. Weeks turned into months, and Linda's phone stayed silent. No birthday card for her in March, no Mother's Day call. The void gnawed at her. She missed Mia's giggles and Jack's toddler hugs. Emily had blocked her on social media, so Linda couldn't even peek at family photos. It stung like salt in a wound. Flashbacks haunted her. Ryan as a boy, clinging to her after Mark left for that younger woman in Vegas. "It's you and me, Mom," he'd say. Linda poured her soul into him, coaching his soccer team, baking for bake sales, even taking night classes to afford his braces. When he met Emily in college, Linda welcomed her like a daughter, helped plan the wedding, babysat the grandkids weekly before the move. But cracks formed post-relocation. Linda visited too often, offering advice on everything from parenting to Ryan's career. "You're working too hard, sweetie. Take a break," she'd say. Emily, a graphic designer with her own ambitions, bristled. "We can handle it, Linda." Last straw. During a visit, Linda overheard them arguing about money. She slipped a check into Ryan's wallet, $5,000 from her savings. "For the kids' future," she whispered. Ryan found it exploded. "Mom, stop controlling us." Now, alone in her house, Linda dug through old emails and texts. Patterns emerged. She'd been smothering. Yes, but out of love. Still, their cold cutoff felt extreme. Why not talk it out? Therapy. Anything but this ghosting. Grief morphed into quiet rage. Linda joined a support group for estranged parents online. Stories poured in. Kids influenced by spouses, generational clashes. One woman shared how her daughter-in-law turned her son against her. Echoes of Emily. Linda recalled subtle digs. Emily rolling eyes at Linda's stories, pushing for independence. Fueling her fire, Linda hired a PI on a whim. Discreet, just to check if they were okay. Report came back. Ryan's startup was tanking. Layoffs looming. Emily was pregnant again. Another grandbaby Linda wouldn't meet. And whispers of marital strain. Space wasn't just about her. It was hiding their mess. That night, Linda cried, but then plotted. Revenge? Not destruction, but elevation. She thrived so brightly, they begged to return. She quit nursing, started a blog. Rising from rejection, poured her heart into posts about healing from family betrayal. Followers trickled in. She lost weight, traveled solo to Hawaii. Felt alive. But the PI's final nugget. Emily had a secret savings account. Funds from Linda's past gifts, untouched. Hypocrites. Linda's plan crystallized. Exposed their ingratitude subtly through success. 6 months in, Linda's blog exploded. Rising from rejection, hit 50,000 subscribers, sharing raw tales of parental estrangement with tips on self-reinvention. Comments flooded. You're inspiring. My story too. Brands reached out, sponsorships for wellness retreats, book deals and talks. Linda, once a tired nurse, now jetted to podcasts in LA, her voice steady with American grit. But inside, the wound festered. She imagined Ryan scrolling her site, seeing her Hawaii selfies, her new friends. No mention of him. Erased, like he'd erased her. The PI updated. Ryan got laid off. Emily on maternity leave with baby number 3, a girl named Sophie. They were struggling, dipping into savings. Linda's old check cashed quietly. Emotional waves crashed. Nights, she'd hug Ryan's childhood teddy, sobbing. Why, kiddo? I gave you everything. Daytime, steel resolve, revenge brewed, not petty sabotage, but a mirror to their cruelty. She'd help others, build an empire on her pain, make them see her worth. Linda networked at a conference in Seattle. Deliberate choice. Bumped into an old colleague of Ryan's. Heard about the layoff, she said casually. Tell him I said hang in there. Word got back she knew. Ryan texted. Mom? Saw your blog. Congratulations. Her heart leaped, then hardened. She didn't reply. Space, right? Deeper dive. P. I uncovered Emily's emails to friends, calling Linda overbearing MIL monster. Ryan agreed in replies. Betrayal deepened. Linda channeled it, wrote a viral post, when your kid ghosts you, surviving the ultimate heartbreak. It hit home for thousands, including she hoped them. She revamped her life, dated a kind widower named Tom, bought a convertible, volunteered at a shelter, felt empowered. But Revenge's core? A foundation in her name. Thompson Family Renewal Fund, aiding estranged families. Ironic twist, she'd fund therapy for others, spotlighting stories like hers anonymously. One evening, Emily's sister messaged Linda on Facebook. They're hurting too. Ryan misses you, Linda smiled bitterly. Then why the silence? No response. It fueled her. She planned a book. Cut Off, A Mother's Path to Power. Chapter 1. The text message. She changed names, but they'd know. As fall hit, Linda stood taller. Emotional scars lingered, but revenge felt sweet, living well, forcing reflection. Little did she know, Ryan was reading every word. Guilt brewing. The tables were turning, American style. Bootstrap your way out of heartbreak and watch the payback unfold. A year after the text, Linda's book launched. Cut Off: Reclaiming Your Life After Family Betrayal. It rocketed to bestseller on Amazon with rave reviews, raw, real, revolutionary. Talk shows called Oprah's Network, morning TV. Linda, in sharp blazers and confident smiles, shared her story minus specifics. But insiders knew. The foundation thrived, granting scholarships for family counseling. Irony? Applications poured in, including one from Seattle. Anonymous, but details matched. Young couple with 3 kids, job loss, estrangement issues. Linda's board approved it. Her money, unknowingly aiding Ryan and Emily. PI confirmed. They were in therapy, funded by her. Ryan's new job hunt stalled. Emily postpartum blues. Whispers of arguments over the MIL drama. Linda chuckled darkly. Revenge in motion, helping them, but on her terms, exposing their hypocrisy. She flew to Seattle for a book signing. Stayed incognito at first, then accidentally ran into Emily at a coffee shop. Emily, pushing a stroller with Sophie, froze. Linda? Oh God. Hi dear, Linda said coolly. American politeness masking steel. Cute baby. Congratulations, Emily stammered. Ryan wants to talk. It's been hard. Linda sipped her latte. Hard? Try being ghosted by your only child. She walked away heart-pounding. Later, Ryan called. Voicemail. Mom, I'm sorry. We overreacted. Can we meet? She waited days, then replied, Space, remember? But sure, on my turf. They flew to Denver. Tense reunion. Tears, hugs, excuses. Emily felt smothered, Ryan admitted. I let her lead. Linda nodded, then dropped the bomb. I know about the therapy grant. My foundation. Their faces paled. You helped us? Emily whispered. Indirectly, but here's the deal. Boundaries my way now. No more cutting me out. They agreed, humbled. But Linda's revenge twist? In the book sequel outline, she'd include their story. Fictionalized, but recognizable. To help others, she'd say, emotional closure mixed with satisfaction. She forgave, but never forgot. Tom proposed. She said yes. Grandkids visited, Mia calling her Grandma Lynn again. Life bloomed. Yet, at night, Linda reflected. Revenge wasn't destruction. It was empowerment. Showing them her strength, making them need her light. American dream reborn, from ashes of betrayal to beacon of resilience. Ryan learned. Mom's love was fierce, and so was her comeback. 2 years post-text, Linda's life was a whirlwind. Married to Tom, they traveled. Europe, national parks. Her blog evolved into a podcast, Rejected to Respected, with millions of downloads. The foundation expanded, partnering with mental health organizations. Ryan's family visited often, but on schedules Linda set. No drop-ins, mutual respect. Emotional healing came slow. Therapy helped Linda unpack her overbearing ways, rooted in abandonment fears from Mark. She apologized to Ryan. I pushed too hard. He owned his part. We handled it wrong. Emily regrets the block. Sophie toddled into her arms, calling her Nana. Tears flowed, joyful now. But revenge's final act? The book sequel, Full Circle, When Estrangement Ends. It detailed a hypothetical family's reconciliation, mirroring theirs. Ryan read the draft, eyes wide. Mom, this is us. Changed names, but yes, to inspire, Linda said. Published it sparked debates online. Emily squirmed at signings, but stayed silent. Public scrutiny was the sting. Their private pain now a lesson for the world. Ryan's career rebounded. He credited Linda's network. Thanks, Mom, but she knew Without her space-fueled rise, they'd still struggle. Sweet payback. One Christmas, full circle, family gathered in Denver. Linda's turkey was perfect, no critiques. Laughter echoed, yet she kept a journal entry. They needed space, I needed wings. Revenge, flying higher than they ever imagined. Linda's story spread. YouTube readings, TikTok clips. Strangers messaged, "You saved my family." Emotional depth met triumphant revenge. Not vengeance, but victory through growth. In quiet moments, Linda pondered. American spirit, fall down, get up tougher. She mentored others, turning pain into purpose. Ryan, now closer, said, "I'm proud, Mom." "And I'm free," she replied. No more clinging, balanced love. The text that broke her built her empire. Revenge complete. Not in ruin, but in their awe of her resilience. Linda Thompson. From heartbroken mom to unstoppable force. Life's plot twist. The best stories end with the underdog winning. Heart intact, spirit unbreakable. Thank you so much for watching this story till the end. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe even learned something from it. If you'd like to hear more stories like this, full of life lessons, drama, and emotions, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you'll never miss an update. Your support means the world, and it helps me keep bringing you more inspiring and unforgettable stories. Stay tuned because more amazing stories are on the way.